Instagram just leaked exactly what you need to do if you want to grow faster and get more views on Instagram Reels in 2025. In fact, they've leaked the best times to post, what hashtags you should be using and what hashtags you shouldn't be using, what type of content you should be creating, and several other things that are going to drastically affect how quickly you grow on Instagram in 2025 that you need to be aware of. Because if you adapt to these things today, it's easier than ever before for you to grow on Instagram. In fact, these things help this creator gain over 600,000 followers and this creator over 500,000 followers. And if you implement them, the same thing can happen to you. First and foremost, when it comes to the length of the Instagram Reels that you are creating, you need to make sure that you do not post Instagram Reels over 90 seconds long. If you post Reels over 90 seconds, Instagram isn't going to give you any views from non-followers. And then guess what this means? You're not going to gain followers and ultimately you are going to lose followers. Instead, you need to be focused on creating content that is the length of the most viral posts in your niche. And it's very simple for you to be able to figure this out. If you're doing a post about getting bigger biceps, go and look up how to get big biceps on Instagram. See what the top videos are, see how long they are. That's how long your videos should be. Some of them might be really short, some of them might be a little bit longer, but they definitely won't be over 90 seconds long because think about it, people on Instagram just don't consume content like that. The second thing you need to make sure you're changing is you need to make sure that you are only including relevant hashtags when you upload hashtags on Instagram, because Instagram has come out and said that if you use irrelevant hashtags, guess what's going to happen? They're not going to give you views, they're not going to allow new people to see your content, and again, this is going to lead to a decrease in followers because you should only be using hashtags that make Instagram's job easier. Instagram looks at your hashtags, looks at the keywords that you say in the video, look at the keywords that you put as text on the video and the keywords in your description and your bio to try to determine who they should be showing your content to. Essentially, all the Instagram algorithm is trying to do is show the content that you upload to the best people possible. And depending on how those people interact with the content that you upload, it's going to change whether or not they keep pushing it out to non-followers, which is the number one metric you should be looking at is how many non-followers views you're getting. In fact, you should be aiming for more than 90% of non-followers reach. And if you're getting less than that, you're probably messing up this next thing. But before I dive into that, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to go click on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, I literally upload a video every single day about how to grow on these platforms. In addition to that, I just created a free Instagram growth course you can get at the pinned comment below. It's going to share with you things like the best time to post, the best hashtags to use, how to monetize your account, and so much more. What are you waiting for? It's literally 100% free. Just go to that pinned comment below. So the next change that you need to make sure that you're making is only uploading high quality content to Instagram. And you're probably thinking to yourself, Rob, what on earth does that actually mean? What that means is that your content is in at least 30 frames per second, but ideally it should be 60 frames per second, and the quality of your video should be at least 1080p. If it is not hitting those two things, well, guess what? Instagram isn't going to push it out. Why? Because the Instagram algorithm has recognized that low quality content doesn't get views. So instead of trying to push out low quality content, guess what they do? They just don't give that content views. The second thing you need to make sure that you're not doing is putting watermarks in your content. If you put watermarks in your content, it is going to destroy your reach. On top of that, you should never repost somebody else's content. What do I mean by this? You should not take a post that somebody else did, download it, and then post it on Instagram. You shouldn't be doing that. But what you should be doing is using the remix feature. The remix feature is a real feature on Instagram. It's very similar to reposting something on Twitter. And what you could do is find a meme that did really well. For example, again, if you're gonna be uploading about fitness, go and type in fitness memes. You could do it for real estate. You could do it literally for anything. Just type in your niche name, type in memes. You're going to see a bunch of memes that have done really well. If you click on remix for those, it'll post it to your own page, but it'll get you more views, more shares, more comments, more engagement, more followers, and ultimately it'll make your next video eligible for more views. Because Instagram has literally come out and said that if your post does well on Instagram, your next video is going to be eligible to get more views than it usually would have. Why? Because Instagram is going to test out the content with the people that watch the past video. But the same thing isn't true in the opposite direction. What do I mean by this? If you upload a video that did not do well to Instagram, you will not be penalized and it will not hurt the future performance of your next video. Now, I do have 4 other things that you need to make sure that you're doing with this current Instagram algorithm for 2025, because if you implement these things, Instagram has the potential to change your life. In fact, I just helped this creator quit their full-time job to only post on Instagram, and I helped this creator do the same thing, and it's all because they started to focus on these next 4 things. The first thing you need to be focused on is reposting your content that has done well. If you have content that did well 30 days ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago, it could be 2 months ago, you need to repost that content. You can repost your own content without getting penalized. You just can't repost somebody else's unless you remix it. And the reason that you should do this is because if you're getting 90% of non-followers to see your content, well, guess what? All your followers didn't see that content, and there are a bunch of people that didn't see that content. On top of that, I want you to think about how many posts on Instagram you look at. 100, 200, 300 a day. So if 30 days went by and your viewers having the same things happen where they looked at thousands of posts on Instagram, the odds that they remembered your posts are going to be slim to none, which is why I'd strongly suggest you repost that content. In addition to that, you need to make sure that you are hyper fixated on the first 3 seconds of your video. If the first 3 seconds of your video doesn't get more than 85% of people to stick around and watch that video, guess what's going to happen? Instagram isn't going to push out your content to non-followers. In fact, this is the #1 thing that you could change right now if you want to increase your reach on Instagram. You need to make the first 3 seconds, 1, make somebody curious and get them to keep watching the rest of the video, but more importantly, you need to make sure that that first 3 seconds is about a topic that people actually care about. If it's not about a topic that people care about within your niche and that other people are talking about, well, guess what? People are not going to be interested. The easiest way for you to get views in 2025 on Instagram is to piggyback off whatever the most popular piece of content within your niche is. So what you should do, have a list of all your competitors, wake up every day, look at what they did in the last 24 to 48 hours, that got them a lot of views, and then recreate that and put your spin on this. Before you look at me and say, Rob, but that's just copying, it's actually not copying at all. I mean, think about it. If you turn on the news, if you go to MSNBC and you go to Fox and you go to CNN and you go to the Wall Street Journal, every single one of them is talking about the same exact thing, but they're all talking about it differently, and that's why different people tune into them. Instagram is the same exact way with your niche. Now, the last 2 most important things you need to make sure that you're doing is 1, using trending sounds within your post. And I'm not just talking about using some random trending sound. You need to make sure that when you click into the sound, the other videos show up are in the same format as your content and on the same topic as your content. If they aren't, well, then it's not a trending sound for your specific niche and for that specific post. And on top of that, you need to make sure that you are replying to your comments on Instagram right now. In fact, Instagram has literally come out and said that if you reply to comments on Instagram, guess what's going to happen? They're going to continue to give your content reach for the content that you're actually replying to those comments for. Now, at this point, the only reason you're not getting the views or followers or even being monetized on Instagram is simply because you don't know what to post and you don't know what you're doing wrong. And I want to look at your account and help you the same way that I helped this creator gain over 600,000 followers and this creator over 500,000 followers. In fact, I want to guarantee I can help you grow quicker on Instagram in the next 30 days. If that sounds interesting, well, please keep watching this video because I've got a special offer for you. The opportunity to grow on Instagram and this organic reach we're currently seeing are not going to last forever. And there are 2 things holding you back from seeing the growth like the creators that I share with you in this video. The first one is that you haven't implemented the tips that I just shared with you. And the second is that you haven't gotten into my Instagram mentorship program yet. That's literally going to guarantee that I help you get more followers on Instagram in the next 30 days or you get your money back, 0 questions asked. In fact, the average person that's gone through this program in the last 30 days has gained over 25,000 followers and nobody has ever gone through it and gained less than 1,000 followers if they implemented every piece of advice that I share with them. Now, since you're still watching this video, I'm gonna assume you're probably above average. So the odds of you gaining over 25,000 followers are probably quite high. And if you want results like that, go to the link in the description below right now and sign up because there are limited spots available. I'm gonna be telling you exactly what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use. I'm gonna send you new post ideas and I'm gonna critique your content to guarantee that you get more growth on Instagram in the next 30 days. It doesn't matter what your niche is or what your background is. This program is gonna help you get followers more easily and quicker so that you don't have to spend endless hours trying to figure out the things that I already know about exactly how to grow your account. In fact, I just helped this creator in the program and they gained over 100,000 followers in just 30 days. I helped this creator, they gained over 150,000 and this creator over 200,000 followers. If you want results like that and I want you to be my next success story, go to the link in the description below and sign up right now because every single day that you wait, it's only gonna get harder to grow on Instagram. It is easier than ever to grow right now, but you need to take advantage of this opportunity. And what's better than an opportunity where you're literally gonna grow on Instagram or get your money back with 0 questions asked? Again, there are limited spots, so go to the link in the description below and sign up right now. Otherwise, I strongly suggest you check out the next 2 videos I put up on the screen because they're the videos YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.